Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Podium or Wall, Season 6, Brotherly Shove. It's the team season for Podium or Wall. All your favorite drivers are back. They're on one of the teams, and they're racing. And we're here at round 2 in Phoenix. What a good time, Phoenix. You know what's the cool part about Phoenix? You're only turning left. That's right, people. We're on an oval. And, before I turn it over to my co-commentator, I just want to remind people of what we're looking at for the scoring format for the new season as we pull it up here. Obviously, we're past the qualifying. We've done that. We're past the heat. Well, we're not. We're on a new race. So we're going to do qualifying, one lap open shootout. I was thinking we're just getting ready to start the feature. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Apologies,
we're
people.
Going straight to race.
We're doing this. You're not supposed to talk yet. I haven't introduced you. Anyways, we're doing a one-lap open shootout qualifying. That's going to determine where you start for the heat race. You guys already know this. We've done it once before. That race, 5 minutes, half points. And then where you finish in that race is going to be the opposite of where you start. In our feature race, it's going to reward full points, and hopefully it's just going to be so much freaking fun. Only the top 2 scores per team per session count towards the team's total score. And that's great news for Embassy Streets tonight as Pavant-Gard has shown up. So, go commentator. We've got a nice 9-person session here. 3 teams of 3. Love to see it.
Yeah, you covered all the bases. We're back in the M2s at Phoenix. Should be a fun time. All left turns. We got everybody on the track tonight. Happy to see Pavant-Gard could make it. And, we'll see who's up to what kind of tomfoolery as they do that qualifying into the heat race and then the reverse grid from the heat race. But I did hear a rumor. I think all the cars have been upgraded a wee bit. They might have some crazy technology. We'll see if it comes out during this race. But I think they've got some nanites on all these cars, as I've been told they can.
Oh, I see what you're hinting at. I was a little confused there for a second. I pick up what you're putting down as we get started on this qualifying lap here. This one, I believe, should work and showcase the new format. You see everyone trying to get out of the pits there as fast as they can in the hopes of securing some open ground. You don't want your lap to be impeded by another driver getting in your way, because you can't touch them. You can't touch them. You can't touch the wall. If you get a 0x, your time doesn't count. So you're trying to get as fast as possible. So you see Jeff Plata, so some cars are hopping out of the pits really fast here, trying to get open ground. And they're going to have a green flag here. They might even be turning in their lap times. We should see the grid order start to change up here once they start crossing the finish line here for the one-lap shootout. My goodness, it looks like Pavant-Gard there on provisional pole. Goldstriker putting down the second fastest time. I'm not sure if we can trust the timing tower here, but we'll see what happens. Yep, it looks good. You think that's good? That could be good. That may be right. Oh, that's right. That makes sense. Yes, that's what was confusing me. Although it looks like we're going to have Pavant-Gard, Goldstriker, and Cuban Missile in the top 3 spots. Exhilarating qualifying stuff there. A lot of left turns. So sometimes I think when you're talking about oval racing, right? You can think it's boring because all you're doing is turning left, but that's not paying any attention to what's going on with the feet. If you're at Daytona, sure, you're just turning left. If you're in front and you got the pedal to the metal, but if you're in the back of the pack, you're modulating that throttle according to what's ahead of you. And if you're on a track like Phoenix, you're even hitting the brakes. So for everybody who's saying it's turning left, it's easy as heck, I think you're going to see today that it's a little harder than it may seem.
And all 4 corners are very different. Very different. And the exit of turn 4 is quite a doozy. We'll see a couple guys might be struggling with that.
Who the hell
as it is the tightest
is still out here
of all the turns.
Yeah, I mean, that chimp is still getting some practice laps and he's taking the piss. Go pit, bud. We're trying to get this shit going. Chimp, come on now. I think he got the memo. He got the memo. He's got that flag waver is waving the checkered flag in his face like, hey, buddy, put the car in the pit. We're trying to get it going here to the heat race, With adding the heat race, some people were like, maybe that's too much racing, so we're trying to get through it all, as fast as possible. make it feel as fluid as possible. So that's the end of our qualifying session. We're going to have a heat race here, and it looks like Poop City's got a bit of an advantage. 2 cars in the front 3. The first Embassy Street car. Who was the first Embassy Street finisher? I'm not sure because changing up the look here. I can't see. Oh, I can see the starting grid over there. Yeah, I mean, we've got an Embassy Streets on Mr. Schwung starting. Nope. That's not Mr. Schwung. We'll see. You know, it's whatever. There's cars spread out. Look, oh, false start. Penalize them. It's a rolling start here. We're going to have some fun here. Turning left as Gold Striker is taking off! Oh, he's pulling it back. He's just having fun. Oh, little bit of a shake him up there. Brake check. But those nanites are kicking in, so we should be just fine.
They're still into each other.
Yep, they're having fun. Yeah, so in case you guys didn't get it, we have damage off for this one. You figured, what's the fun in turning left if, you know, your car gets fucked? So, probably just a thing for team season, I'd imagine. I think once we get into the solo season and the more serious stuff, not that this isn't serious, but I think that, you know, as long as the race admin remembers to change the settings, this will probably be just a feature for team season and the All-Star race. But, you know,
yeah, I said ovals with damage, super fun, except for everybody's on a different lap. So hopefully we can keep everybody on the same lap.
We could experiment with caution flags, but we're not doing that yet. And we're about to get going here in the heat race. Vanguard leading the group to green. Gold Striker on the outside. He's getting a boost from Captain Crash. Platters Pitters working together. Oh, but he's going to pay the price for that boost, and he's going to take out the other Platters Pitter. Oh, Platters Pitters cannot seem to get it going, except for Gold Striker's out in front, but the other 2 guys got into each other, and that marks 2 races in a row where Platters Pitters have pitted each other's platters.
Look at this. We got 3 Poop City cars.
Holy crap, that is intimidating, isn't it? You see 3 Poop City guys coming at you. Gold Striker's like, hold them off. Gold Striker needs help right now because they're on the attack. They can just send one to attack. Huge missiles and a chip is in attack mode. Hoping to put Gold Striker off the line. Theoretically, you know, only 2 of those Poop City cars counts. You might as well, you know, I'm not saying you should, but you can just pit them here. You could just pit Gold Striker here, and it would be a good play points-wise. But that would make them a filthy pitter. And they're not on that team. It looks like Cube Missiles up the inside of Gold Striker. And, you know, something to note, these cars are not meant to only be turning left. They're supposed to be turning right and left. So, you know, with the NASCAR cars and all that stuff, you've got specific setups to help them turn left. These, we're just turning left on the stock setup. So, in particular, what you're going to see is an increased rapid degradation of the right front tire, which has to bear the majority of the burden in these oval courses when you're just turning left nonstop. And you see Gold Striker's in a bit of a trap here. He's got 1 to his side and 1 in front. He can't go anywhere. A moving roadblock perfectly performed by Poop City. And that's just a great example of what you might come to see in this team season. Moving roadblocks. Excellent stuff. Embassy Streets there have some cars in the middle of the pack with Pavant-Garde and the Moldiver in 4th and 5th.
And right behind him, I think that's Captain Crash.
Whoa,
it looks like he's taking the fastest lap.
Yep, Captain Crash could be anybody with the fastest lap. And looking good for Platters Pitters there. He's still in the back of the pack, but he's shown speed. Gold Striker lost that top dog spot to Chimp. And he's holding on for dear life against Cuban Missile. You're looking at the back of Cuban Missile here. He's gaining some ground to the rest of the pack. And then you see Gold Striker right on his side here. They're side by side. Gold Striker back up into 2nd. Them battling and Cuban Missile battling. The Chimp has a runway. And he's hit the wall. The Chimp hit the wall. And just as soon as we say that, he's got clear air. He runs it too hard into turn 2. That's going to cost him only 0.1 second. You know, maybe that's sort of the detriment of having damage on as the Cuban Missile returns the favor from race 1. And he gives a little side bump to Gold Striker. That's going to cause a whole series of chaos. I don't even know where to begin. It's 2 Embassy Streets cars crossing the finish line. One backwards, one forward. Oh my God, I don't even know what to say right now. This was quite, honestly, one of the most shocking things I've ever experienced on the racetrack. What just happened? I don't even know what the finishing order was.
Where did everyone finish? Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was 3 Poop City cars on the podium for that heat race. I'm pretty sure the Poop City cars took 1, 2, 3. With the Cuban Missile pitting Gold Striker there on the last lap, I think. The 3 Poop City cars drove scot-free to the front finish line and left the Platters Pitters and Embassy Streets to pick up the trash. And we'll get confirmation of that here. And look at that. You see 2 Poop City cars in the back right now. If we'll see a third, that'll be confirmation. So I guess we could run through the finish of last race by going the opposite of this race. So Chimp won that heat race. Cuban Missile with second place, Rock Lee in third. All Poop City drivers on the podium. That bodes well for them. Maybe they're left-hand only guys. Maybe they're just good at turning left. That puts Captain Crash. He had to finish 4th, followed by Pavant Guard in 5th. Gold Striker in 6th. Mr. Schwung finished 7th. Bull Diver in 8th in that one, and Jeff Plata in 9th. So that puts Jeff Plata in control of the start of this one. Like one of those NBC Streets guys is going to pull off. It looks like he has his wheel turned a little bit.
You know, always interesting to see how guys use the pace lap to. There's a bit of shenanigans, mental shenanigans. You know, slow down, speed up, leave a big gap, what have you. Drive right past the pace car. Why not?
Yeah, drive in the pace car. It's be the pace car.
Yeah, be the pace car.
You know, this is so silly. It's just the epitome of silly season here. Everyone's having fun. But I think there could be something to learn here in this race in particular, as we're seeing all 3 of Platter's Pitters starting in front of all 3 of the Poop City cars. So is it going to be worth it for Poop City to clean out the heat race? Or will Platter's Pitters be the benefit of their starting position for the feature race? Jeff Plata leads us to green, and Phoenix, we're under the sun. Wow, wow, wow.
Gold Striker making a move on the inside already.
That's right.
Look at that. Showing the Mole Diver, everybody, you know, anybody.
Oh, that's a big hit into the wall. An Embassy Streets car has found the wall early. Not exactly sure who that was. Oh, no, it was a Poop City car. It was Cuban Missile of Poop City.
It must have been a self-inflicted wound. It was all Poop City back there.
It was all Poop City back there, and so back there it all will remain Poop City. It looks like we've got a 2-team race out front. Embassy Streets and Platter's Pitters occupying the front 6 spots. And it looks like 2 of Poop City are out of this race, basically. Chimp is in the pits, and Cuban Missile is 5 seconds back. Plus, not the start for Poop City. I guess we got that answer quite early. You probably don't want to put all your eggs in the heat basket. You probably don't want to put all your eggs in the incubator. Another hit on the wall there. You know, there is, with damage off, you might be able to throw it into that wall pretty hard there. It's not the worst move. You don't lose that much momentum. You know, everyone's familiar with the, what's it known as? You know, the NASCAR move where the guy rode along the wall to make it to the playoffs?
The guy's name, but yeah, dude.
It was Ross Chastain. I remember who it was. I can't remember what they call it. What did he do? What was it? It was called something cool anyways, but you know, you can kind of do that in here. Oh, look, you can't do it like that. You can't do it that hard. And that's going to be Gold Striker and the Mole Diver taking a big hit after Mole Diver finds his way to the wall, and he'll collect Gold Striker in the aftermath. I suppose if you're going to hit the wall that hard, you're going to want to hit one of the other cars equally as hard. And, you know, for a second there, I thought we were lining up for a caution lap. He took it to the onboard lap, and it almost thought we were at pace speed. My goodness. These M2s are sure, you know what? These would be exhilarating to drive in real life, I would say. Just getting up to a 120. I mean, that sounds like a load of fun for, well, not that this isn't real life, but, not.
No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah. What a good time.
These seem fun to drive.
Grab 6 gears going up to a $120.
Yeah, you know they've got all the safety that we've discussed, but if you're only getting up to 120, you're thinking that's fine.
Ooh.
That's going to be a brotherly shove. That was a textbook brotherly shove. I believe that was a Rock Lee on Mr. Schwung, I believe. Textbook brotherly shove. Gold Striker putting down the fastest lap this time around. We're 3 minutes into this feature race. Excuse me. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
Gotta wonder.
Yeah,
is Mr. Schwung going to return the favor to Rock Lee?
You know, I don't want to. He may. He's the type too.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say about that.
I wouldn't put it past him. We're just going to wait and see.
That might be unfair. Mr. Schwung is one of the only racers we've ever seen pull, to the side of the road to let a car that he did dirty pass. Not many people will do that. But, when you're turning left only, everything goes out the window. Especially when damage is off. I mean, there's no penalties here. Everything is fair.
Yeah, why not?
Especially, you've got only 2 cars scoring. You almost should designate a third car as the enforcer car and just have him drive in reverse. He might get disqualified. But what I'm saying is, you could have a car cause a bunch of chaos, and he'd still be serving a good purpose in the grand scheme of things. If you're trying to win silly season, in that manner, you not the type of guy I'd like to hang out with. But hey, respect to the grind.
Is this just my eyes playing tricks on me? We got Fighters Bitters in first, second, and fourth.
Yeah, it looks like it. Captain Crash with the fastest lap is running away with it in the top dog spot. Of course, the only difference, it's 1 point differential for every place except for first place, which gets an extra point. So for the heat race, they get an extra point, and then for the feature race, they get 2 extra points from the next finishing position. So really, first place is the most coveted position. You get a bonus point for fastest lap, but all the other positions score within, the same standard deviation of each other. As you see, Gold Striker, the victim of Embassy Streets again. And ball don't lie, one of those Embassy Streets cars is going to get the worst of that one, as Gold Striker will at least continue to go forward. But Jesus Christ, Embassy Streets is putting the pounding on him. But, I was just saying, you might as well tag some cars as enforcers, so I do like to see the strategy.
I can't say it was purposeful, but you never know.
You never assume malice when incompetency could be the reason, right?
Yeah.
Basically, they probably didn't do it on purpose. They're probably just stupid. I didn't mean to. I'm just an idiot. And you hear they scrubbed all that speed into turn 1. You're really on the brakes here. And, I'm of the opinion that what really makes your lap is not how good you can turn left or your throttle input even. It's, are you braking the proper amount into the turn? For me, that's what makes or breaks the lap.
Yeah, how do you say? You don't want to brake too much because then you're just killing speed, but also don't brake enough and you'll find yourself in the wall right there. And that'll really take you out.
Yeah, but, and, especially if you did have damage on, a lot of these cars are slamming the exit of 4 because they're just giving no regard to that exit angle being a little different than, the exit off of 2, which is quite forgiving. You can send it off of 2. You can get on the throttle early, but you're getting into 4, the exit of 4, you got to get on the throttle at the right time because if you get on early, you're into that wall. And we saw that from Moldiver earlier when he had a huge crash into the wall. You see it there. I mean, it's a tale as old as time. I'm telling you guys, people are going to be hitting 4. And with damage off, it could still be fast. I'm not saying it's slow. I'm saying you're going to see it. That's all I'm saying.
And I'd say, again, you get on the gas too early. Turns 1 and 2 will also do you dirty. You got to be patient. You got to know your mark. You got to know how much speed you can carry. And if you get greedy, you might just find yourself back in Podium or wall.
Yeah, and it looks like Jeff Plata of Platter's Pitters is falling out of the podium here, getting passed by Rock Lee and Pavant Guard here of Poop City and Embassy Streets, respectively. But, you know, you do love to see a podium with one car from each team. I think we've seen that a number of times here, and if this result holds, that would also be the case in this race. And that just goes to show that, you know, these team captains did a pretty good job at picking even teams. Not that they had all that much choice in who they drafted. I think the captain of the Poop City, who's not here tonight, unfortunately, race car, who drafted Poop City, only actually got to choose one of their guys, I think, because the rest were just left over at the end. So,
how do you say, just designated teammates?
Yep. You know, I'm not saying he's not happy with his team. I think he's happy with his team. Bunch of buddies there. So we got a checker flag. Captain Crash is going to be finishing in first place. Great result for him and Platter's Pitters. Rock Lee is going to come across in second. And Pavant Guard in third. Jeff Plata in fourth. Gold Striker fifth. Cuban Missile sixth. The Moldiver in seventh. Mr. Schwung in eighth. And Chimp in ninth, as we see them all having fun here. Post-race, the Destruction Derby. This is what everyone shows up for, actually. This is why the fans are in the stands, to see the chaos after the race. And that was a good showing there. We didn't miss a second of the action. God damn, this cameraman's good. He got that all. That was an electric sequence, if I may. If I may toot our cameraman's horn, that was pretty good stuff there towards the end of it. But anyways, that was Phoenix. That was round 2 of Season 6 Brotherly Shove. Round 2 of 6 in the BMW M2s. That'll be it for this car. Next week, we're going to have a different car on some different tracks. But that is up to Mr. Schwung, what we drive and where we drive. You know, let's take a look at the season standings after these 2 races. It looks like Team Poop City, Poop Deck. I'm a fan of Poop City. Let's call them Poop City. Poop City, composed of Cuban Missile, Rock Lee, and Chimp, owning that top dog spot with 155 points. But right behind them is Jeff's... Oh, no, that's Platter's Pitters. Who made this frickin'... And God, I swear, these AI guys, just put so little effort into anything. I mean, look, this is ridiculous. Platter's Filthy Pitters are in second, 2 points behind, with 153. Gold Striker, Captain Crash, and Jeff Plata, obviously, on that team. And then Embassy Streets, maybe because Pavant Guard wasn't there for the first race, they only have 144. Not too far behind, but they've got some uphill ground to cover. That's, again, Pavant Guard, the Moldiver, Mr. Schwung. So, I mean, you know, you got anything else to add to this? This has been a new season. We're trying out a new format. We're all having fun. It's a team season. What do you think about what we saw?
I mean, definitely interested in the new season and how we're doing the heat race into a reverse grid. Definitely going to shake up how everybody's on the grid. That being said, everybody's got to show up. You know, what have you. And Pavant Guard, he came out for the final race of tonight, but everybody's got to show. Everybody's got to put it down. But no, I'm super interested to see what's next. Again, new cars, same old tracks, and Jeff's Plata's all the fastest laps tonight. So those guys got to be pretty happy. But yeah, we'll see if next week brings a change of pace with what car we pick.
We'll see. It'll be just as much a surprise to us as it is to you. But thank you all for watching us turn left over and over again. This has been Podium or Wall. It's Season 6, Brotherly Shove. Thank you all for watching so much, and good night.